value of joining SPE is to network, is to find people in your own profession. We're really trying to put everything out there to give people as much of an education and improve their skills as we can, and then they can take that information back. But the only way you can do that is become a member. The value of the product you get for the cost of membership in SPE, it's off the charts. I mean, you get much more value than what it costs. And SPE's membership costs are so much lower than other professional societies, either equivalent size or larger, that it seems to me a no-brainer.
I think it's a really great way to network and meet new people, not only people that are your age, but also some of the older people who have a lot more experience, and you get to learn so many different kinds of technical disciplines and just become a lot more well aware of all the different aspects of the industry. And so, for example, we have a lot of mentorship programs and a lot of different other training camps that you can attend to become more technically disciplined, as well as kind of give back to the society as a whole. I think SPE is a great organization for a lot of engineers to join, only because it really expands your knowledge. And so it's a great way to not only learn something different, but also be involved and be more able to network properly and really make some great contacts in this industry.
If you work in the oil industry, for me, you have to join the SPE. There's no other society that have the various disciplines involved in the oil industry under one umbrella. So the SPE is the natural home for anyone involved in the oil industry.
Despite the fact that we've got social media, we've got Twitter, we've got websites and all that kind of stuff, I think that being a member of the SPE allows people to connect at a very human level. There are meetings, there are things like this, and you can be connected online, but nothing actually beats meeting people face to face.
SPE means networking. Interesting.
Engineering.
Innovation to me.
More professional.
Technical.
Technical.
Opportunity.
Opportunity.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
Networking to me.
Awesome. Education.
Progression. Evolution.
Innovative. Engineering.
Knowledge.
Learning.
Family.
So I first joined SPE, I want to say in like 2011. I was just beginning my kind of oil and gas career. I started out as an engineering tech for Occidental Petroleum, and it was kind of the go-to social or professional network for oil and gas professionals. It's kind of carried with me since. SPE is unique, I think, in that it joins professional internationally. Like the oil and gas business is international, and therefore your network should also be international. It's a really great kind of one-stop shop for your technical knowledge, as well as furthering yourself as a professional, particularly as a young woman in the oil and gas industry.
If you're a student, you need to be an SPE member. If you're a new professional, you need to be an SPE member. If you're a seasoned professional, you need to be an SPE member. Everybody needs to be an SPE member because SPE is the largest organization of petroleum engineers. And there's something in it for everyone. Whether it's networking, jobs, information, or knowledge, you need to be an SPE member.
SPE is going to create that avenue for you to network, for you to create that, to develop your professional competencies. And one day you'll be in my shoes, talking to people like yourself, encouraging them, motivating them. Now, if I am going to ask a question to each and one of you, are you worried about the future of oil and gas? You're in a place whereby you're talking about drillings, completions, all those things. Aren't you worried? You talk about green energy, you talk about solar, you talk about, wind and all these things. Where do you fit in? Are you worried? Don't worry. You're in a good place. Embrace that opportunity. Why? Because you have the mindset. You are the ones who are going through this program now that will give you opportunities to make changes for a better place. I don't see oil and gas as being bad, but I am aware of the consequences of things like CO2. I'm very aware of it. So what are our opportunities out of this? To worry about, okay, well, they're going to stop oil and gas. They can't stop oil and gas tomorrow morning. They will transition more into gas. Gas is a cleaner energy. They talk about net zero. That's the first initiative. And a lot of incentives now coming out of different sectors of the world to push for these things. And these things are going to drive things such as natural gas or clean oil. These things are going to help in terms of developing new technologies where maybe oil and gas could find a space. But there's going to be a huge demand for oil and gas over the next, say, 30 years or so. Huge demand. It's going to grow. And the reason why it's going to grow is because of the fact that the growing, developing nations around the world. You talk about Africa, you talk about the Asian world, it's going to grow. And you have a very solid ground. But you also have the mindsets. You also have a fantastic opportunity right now to develop that, to transition yourself into the areas that you think you can develop and specialize in. You have one shot at life. And I will tell you, when I was your age, I was like, yeah, no worries, man, all good. But in 2-2s, this is where I am right now. It's going to fly. Enjoy your journey. Make the best of your journey. Because your journey and your future is dependent on only you. Network. The SPE gives you that opportunity to network, to really craft that area you want to be in. And when you step out from student into a young professional, you get the opportunity to craft all the things and mold yourself into where you need to be. And then you go into a full-time member. But just remember, when you become into that, you step out into the world of opportunities. Not just, okay, I hear in Trinidad, I want a job in Shell, or I want a job BP, or, you know, by Touchstone doing good. But let me see if I could call Xavier Munan and say, I'll get a little something. Don't be small-minded. Open your minds. Open your minds. Think about working in Saudi Arabia. Think about working in some new initiative of CO2 capturing opportunity, or developing technologies that will hold CO2 away from going into the atmosphere. Or, at the end of the day, open your minds. Where could you be? You could be right there in Trinidad, like what BP has done now, working on a project in Australia. You have many people in BP now who are not even working on projects in Trinidad anymore. You're working on projects around the world. You could be right here in Trinidad working on projects anywhere in the world. Or you could be recruited. You could be working in India. You could be working in Japan. You could be working in Australia, Brazil. I mean, you name it. Your opportunities are dependent on your mind. Okay? Some of us have restrictions. We can't go because of our parents, whatever it is. You find your little way and create your avenue so that you could take care of your current situation, manage that, but you find your opportunities and gateway to what makes you you. In the future, I want to know, I'm not talking to Daniel Joseph, but I'm talking to the Daniel Joseph. The Daniel Joseph, who is specialized in so and so, and who has experience and done so and so in so and so industry, and can now talk with authority because he has been through the journey. When I hold a little walking stick, I want to know that. And I want to know that for each and every one of you. Be pioneers. Go after your dreams. Develop your competencies and your skills. You're in the best position. You're in school. Man, if I could do it over, I would latch on to opportunities. But we didn't have it. You have it now. And this is where you need to understand for your membership, how you need to promote as a student chapter to your members. Hey, this is really an opportunity for you to think about. It's not something, it's not a burden. It's a great opportunity that you need to encourage and motivate. Let me throw this out to you one way or the other. Do you have access to me at any point in time just to have a one-on-one? The answer is yes. Okay? And that is why I want you to understand you have a lot of people who may not be open to it, right? I understand that. Or you might have a lot of people who are a little more formal, and that's fine. But they're human beings. And I guarantee you, if you need to reach out to someone and you utilize the proper channels, so you don't, step on anybody's toes, I am promising you, people will be very open to talking to you. I used to, at your age, I used to be very intimidated with people who high in positions and all those things. I'm in a different position now. I am now intimidated by young members because they're bright. They're super bright. You all are super bright. You all are super intelligent. And you think about it, you all use technologies that I in Trinidad language, I catch my ninin, right? That's reality. Because as we grow older, we focus on what we're doing, and all our other technologies are developing that we cannot just focus on and pull these in things and practice it, because we are very focused on delivering what we have to do for our work and sustain our family, and we may have kids and, mortgage payment and bank calling, pandemic reach, all those things. The challenges are real. But this here SPE gives you an opportunity to make sure that your challenges could be a smooth road rather than big bumps or hills and valleys and all those things. We smooth out the peaks. We try to create it in such a way that we can manage challenges. SPE is here for you. Technical competencies, man, you're on the best platform, I'm telling you. You could go, you have all those journals, you could participate in conferences, you could volunteer and get all this recognition and things like that. You step out into the real world, you have a stepping stone already, you're already there, you're on a platform. But when you get in the working world, I want to stress this to you all. Don't go out there with I have an engineering degree or I have a master's, you know what, I know it. No. Immediately, I'm going to tell you, that's failure number one. You go out there, you eat humble pie all you. You eat humble pie right through. Listen to members. I will tell you something. Every member of your team, when you step out into that real world, you must respect 100%. Even though they have a different view to you and you know that technically they may be wrong or something like that, you must always respect them. Never, ever, ever have a disrespect for anybody. Never. First rule number one. Second rule, listen. Listen to your members. Listen to their comments. Just listen and interpret and analyze. And third rule, don't react. Think. Digest the information, then speak. And never be afraid to say, I don't know. I don't understand. I need to learn. I need to develop. That's okay. Because if you try to be as somebody and somebody knows, that person might just stay there and say, okay, thank you. And at the end of whatever, he might say, I don't want that person on my team. And that could be a serious sideline to you. And it's okay, because that is what SPE provides. It provides the avenue. If you're doing something, you could go pull papers, review, analyze, understand, get more details. And even if it is that you don't want to be in hardcore petroleum engineering and you decide, you have a passion for, say, I don't know, lifeboats or HSEQ management or spill management, disaster management, that's okay. Go for it. Develop those competencies. Utilize the SPE to channel yourself into those opportunities. Because all those things make a very important part of the oil and gas industry. Very critical. Very, very critical. Before I close, I want to just remind you all of one thing. Always give back to society. Always give back to society. All right. I'll give you a true story about myself. I came from a family that was very connected with communities and giving back to communities all the time. That's what I know. That's how I was brought up, right? Today, I am the actual assistant governor. You all have probably heard of Rotary Clubs, right? I am the assistant governor for the Rotary Clubs, the South Rotary Clubs in Trinidad, right? So everything from Central, not including Central, everything from Central go down. I am the assistant governor. Mean to say, I coordinate all these clubs and we report to the district as the case may be. And the reason I tell you that is because I connect with so many petroleum engineers or people in the petroleum industry, in Rotary as well too, because we all feel a sense of community. We all come from community. We all come from families. We all understand the hardships of individuals. We connect, we want to help. And that's your responsibility too as you develop. Never be afraid to give back to society. The society will give back to you naturally. All right, you all know DJ, right? Juggernaut. He was a petroleum. He was part of the SPE. He's still part of the SPE, but he's also he's well known in the SPE, very well known, and he he's part of Rotary as well too. So last year he was president of the Rotary Club of Penang. So I just, I thought I'll share that with you because, SPE is just not about SPE work. It encompasses everything else that is involved, and you'll see this in SPE. You have SPE Cares, you have you have Gaia. So those are important things as well too. I mean, I've seen your presentation, Daniel, and I saw about tree planting and things like that. I commend you on that. I mean, I really do. It's phenomenal. But I want you to challenge. You're in university. I want you to stop thinking tree planting. And you get some teams and arrange the tree planting. And that's part of tree planting. Nothing wrong with that. But you now create projects to find new opportunities. Why are you planting trees? What is the basis of a planting of tree? CO2. Right? And also climate change. But also at the same time, you want to ensure that you think out of the box. Let's see, what could we do for CO2? For all you know, you might be the pioneers of some sort of CO2 project that becomes a worldwide scale project. Craft your minds, dig deep, analyze, get the data from SP, from One Petro, and just go for it. Go for it. The world is yours, and you all are in the best position. So find your niche, dig deep. You're planting trees for a particular reason. Dig deeper, right? Don't take that easy way out. Yes, we clean beaches. Okay, SP clears. We clean beaches. But let's be proactive. Why is it that the beaches are getting dirty? Because we litter. Okay, so we could set up garbage bins all over the place. We do that, but who's emptying it? Who's taking care of it? What is the program behind it? In other words, you need to look deeper and bigger than just doing the things such as planting trees. We need to think on and create avenues where we could be much bigger than that, have a much bigger impact. Now, I'm not saying to stop planting trees there. I'm all for it, all right? But I'm saying that you are so intelligent. You're in a program that creates, the mindset to go far, far beyond. You're in charge. You're in control. You're bright. You're young. You have a world of opportunities. And those world of opportunities are in your hands. I could just tell you how to use SP to make it better for you, right? And that's my responsibility. I am just all for young people. I will support you all. Feel free to reach out to me anytime, one-on-one or a group session. I love this session this morning. Actually, I think it's even better than having maybe 60, 70 people. I could do more of these. That's okay. At the end of the day, I just want you all to do well, to excel, to get your jobs, to go forward, and to feel comfortable and know that you can take care of your futures.